Have you ever wanted to be a cop? Not just the kind that stops you from littering, or the kind that just walks around giving parking tickets all day. I'm talking about the kind that goes on high-speed chases, gets into gunfights at bank robberies, is always on alert because you never know who might be hostile and trying to apprehend them, the kind that does it all. What if I told you there was a game that allows you to do all of these things? And I'm not just talking about any cop game, I'm talking about a game that actually does it right. Sleeping Dogs? No, I'm not talking about that. But I do have a challenge video on that game posted if you're interested, just saying. The game we're talking about today is the Precinct, a top-down open-world adventure game where you take the role of a cop. Currently, the game isn't out yet, but there is a demo for it, and honestly, if the developers stay on the right track with this game for when it fully releases, then this has potential to be one of the best games of the year. The demo allows you to play 3 missions from the game, which are really just tutorial missions more than anything, but you pretty much learn a lot about this game from the very few missions you're given. The game takes place in the 1980s in a city called Inferno. You play as a rookie cop who just came straight from the academy, and is the son of a very well-known officer who was unfortunately murdered. So now you're trying to keep the streets safe from dangerous people, while also trying to solve the murder of your father. Along the way, you become great friends with the people that you work with, who all seem to have very distinct personalities. Something that I also found crazy is that everything in this game is voice acted from what I'm aware of, which is something I really wasn't expecting. Now, of course, you expect to do the basic cop things, stop people who are speeding, causing trouble for other people, committing major crimes such as robberies, all the basic things. But it goes so much more in depth than that. Not only will you be stopping people doing the crimes I stated earlier, but you'll also be responsible for people who might not be parked correctly, people who are parked in meter spots that have expired time, and much more. You actually have to go to these vehicles and see if they're violating a law, and if they are, you give them a ticket or just ignore it completely. Now, in the demo, you are forced to do the right option, but I believe this is only because it's a tutorial mission. In the full game, I'm sure you'll be able to handle these situations freely. You might see someone who's committing graffiti, and now you have the option to approach and punish them. The thing is, you never know who is hostile or not. Some people will accept that they did wrong and won't try to fight back, while others will feel like they're Mike Tyson and try to harm you. Things like this will alter how you legally have to handle the crime as well. If you stop someone who's committing graffiti, then legally, you can just give them a ticket, but arresting or trying to use force against them would be considered wrong. However, if they were to try and fight you, then you legally have the right to use force and arrest them on top of that. Things like this will always drastically change how you approach a situation, and you never know when you need to be ready for a battle. So this is why you always go by the phrase, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Sometimes you'll also have to go on high-speed chases. Now, these chases can be very different each time. You see, your goal is to always stay close to the suspect. After so long, you'll earn a point, and you can use these points to help you catch the suspect. You can call in backup, ask for spike traps to be laid, and much more. And since the map is mostly destructible, you can best believe every chase scene ends in complete mayhem. Not only will you chase suspects in vehicles, but you will also be following them by air too. You'll use helicopters to follow suspects with the spotlight on them. The same rules still apply here though. You'll have to always have the light on them so that you can use the points you earn to call in for backup. Now, at first, the map looks pretty small, but when you're actually in it, it's a pretty decent size. In fact, I only explored one side of the map and didn't even go to the other part. I actually don't even know if you're allowed to the other area in the demo. The missions didn't require for you to go over there, so I just didn't. The 30 minutes I spent playing this game were honestly some of the most fun I've had in a while. I wish I could have played more of it. It seems like this game aims to have a realistic cop experience while still making it feel like you have the freedom to do whatever you please as a cop. They even have small details that you won't see in other games like this. For example, if you have your sirens on, cars in front of you will actually get out of the way, allowing you to get to where you're going faster. Or giving you the option to personally take suspects in yourself, or having another officer do it is just things that aren't necessary but are greatly appreciated. As of now, the game doesn't have a set release date, but it's expected to release sometime in the first half of this year, which means it should be releasing within the next few months if that's still true. And I can easily say that this game is going to be on my radar up to its release. If you haven't tried this game yourself, I highly recommend it. It's free, so you wouldn't be losing anything by giving it a shot. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, take care and peace.